everyone, welcome to my kitchen. You got it. This is Specialty Chef Cooking with Marty, with your host Marty, and today's recipe is. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get into it. This is going to be a bread called French bread. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this from scratch right now. What we have already, I'm going to go ahead and show you all my ingredients. You have 3 1/4 cups of flour, along with a 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour as well. We have a teaspoon and a quarter, or I'm sorry, teaspoon and a half of salt, a teaspoon of yeast. We're going to also incorporate a cup and a half of water, along with my stand mixer and my dough hook attachment as well. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start combining these ingredients. Our water temperature, you want your water temperature to be in between at least 85 to 97 degrees. So go ahead and make sure that the yeast does bloom. And I do talk about a lot of yeast blooming as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and measure out my water here. I'm putting a quarter. I'm putting a cup and half of water. Okay. Cup and a half of water. I'll set this off to the side. Now I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle my yeast over top of my water. And this is not fast acting yeast. This is just an active yeast. All right. We're going to let that sit for about 5 minutes. I'll start on low, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to beat it, or I'm going to mix it until it's almost when the dough comes together, and then I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to wait another 20 minutes for my dough to rise again, or just let it rest again, so it can go ahead and conform, so it doesn't snap back on itself or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and start this off again. Let's go ahead and plug it in my machine. We're going to start on low. Make sure I'm on lockdown. Start on low because I am working with flour. And as the flour starts to incorporate, I am going to go ahead and speed it up a little bit to get everything incorporated. Sometimes you gotta look at moisture and don't get flustered with moisture, because sometimes when it has too much moisture, it can go floppy. But if you can always add, but you can never take out. Okay, that looks good to me. It did go ahead and start conforming just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to let it rest, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and pop it off so you can go ahead and see what it looks like. What we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Something just like that. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and let that rest. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and do some maintenance here. Wash my hands real quick. Just for sanitary sakes, I always wash my hands. I always wash my hands a lot for sanitary sake, because I don't want to get sick and I don't want to get nobody else sick. And I also want to show you guys good hygiene as well as good practices, cleanliness practices, if you want to say. All right. So I'm just gonna let it just drop off the dough hook. Seems like it's doing that by itself. We'll go ahead and let the dough hook sit amongst the dough here. And we're going to count off 20 minutes. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you the next step. Go ahead and cover a bowl so nothing doesn't get inside of it, so it remains contaminant free. Cover the bowl with a nice towel, cherry towel, or dish towel in your home. Let it go ahead and mix up the rest of the way. I'm going to let this go ahead and knead for about 10 minutes. And while it's kneading, I just want to let you guys know that I did do a podcast on bread and where bread came from and who was the back of it, the background story, the history. Okay, we have just kneaded our dough for 10 minutes, and look at that. It's a little sticky, but that's okay. You want it to be sticky because you can always add a little bit more flour if you want, if it's too sticky for you. We're going to get all this goodness off the dough hook here. And now we're going to go ahead and do next. Once I have all of the dough hook off the hook here. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go ahead and transfer my dough into my bowl here. Into a nice clean bowl. It's got some oil in it. I use olive oil. You use whatever oil you want. Just need a little bit more flour here because flour is my friend. What I'm going to do is just, lightly put some flour in my hand. Just let it sit over the dough here. And as I gather it, let the flour be my friend, gathering all of the dough out of the bowl. It helps with stickiness. Pop it off. Machine back down so I don't hurt myself. Alright. That looks good. Real good. Alright. Okay, what I'm going to do is that I'll go ahead and a little bit more dough on my hand. A little bit more flour. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to go ahead and grab it. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to play with it too long. I just want to check to make sure that it does have the elasticity that I'm looking for, which is good. It's got like a bounce to it, which is nice. Put this over here, bring this forward. What I'm going to do next is I'm just going to go ahead and plop it in my bowl, get it around here, and let it enjoy the comforts of this bowl. Okay, alright, flip it on the side. There we go. That's good enough. Alright. Okay, what I've done is that I have taken a wet dish towel and I'm going to place it over my bowl here and I'm going to let it proof for an hour. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in my proof. I got a proofing option on my oven and I'm going to use that for an hour. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up my mess. And then when we come back, I'm going to go ahead and show you what to do on a flour surface and how to position your baguettes to be prepared for the oven. Alright? Alright everyone, an hour passed. Just going to go ahead and see that it doubled in size, which it did do. I'm going to go ahead and start getting it out of the pan. Set my towel off to the side here. I already prepared my work surface with my mat and my proofing towel to lay my rolls in as a proof. And also give me a better, this is a really nice surface. I just got this off of Amazon. I like it a lot. Just I don't have room for a cutting board, so that's why you see this here. All right, but let's go ahead and put a little bit of flour into my hand here. So it just drizzle over the bowl here. That's fine. Let's get it out here on our work surface. So what we're going to be doing is set this off to the side. Just going to get a little bit more flour here. Put it all over my work surface here. Get it all nice and flour here. Just going to knead it just a little bit just to bring everything back together. I can feel that it has a lot of elasticity. It's nice and Still tacky, but not real tacky. It looks good. You see the little dimples there that's coming up. That gives me an indication that it is a very nice, good dough that it's going to rise and just do what it's supposed to do. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this up in 3 equal parts. So I'm going to go 1 and 2. All right, just a little bit further. Okay, go ahead and start there. Come in a little bit further on this one. Start there. If I need to do some adjustments on the measurement, I can. Just a little bit more flour. There we go. I think I might, because that one's pretty big. These two are almost the same. See what we got here. I have to take off about that much there. Right there. This one over here. See what I got now. Some more flour. I like the stickiness of it because it is sticky, and that means that it's going to be very moist. See what I got here. And I need to check this one just a little bit more. Got it. Okay. Just going to grab a little bit more flour. Sprinkle the flour on my work surface. Flour is my friend. Put this off to the side. Now I'm going to go ahead and start rolling out my dough balls. Get a good grip on one. Here we go. All right. There's one. And two. One more for good measure. Just make sure that they're all somewhat symmetrical. They look pretty good to me. Pretty good to me. Alright. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to go ahead and start rolling it out. Look at about 14 inches on this. Alright, that looks good. my first time, so bear with me. I'm trying to get this going for you guys. Alright. They go ahead and flour my cloth vat here for proofing. I'll go ahead and lay it right on inside. Alright. That looks good. And just sit just like that. Let's go ahead and do another one. See if we get this one better. Roll it out. It's going pretty good. Alright. One thing about dough, you can always reshape it if you go a little too far or a little too thin on one end, too thick on the other end. Just have fun with it. Throw that one right there. That looks good too. Let's go ahead and make this a friend. There we go. Got two friends here. They look good. Alright, let's see if we can make one more. Alright. Don't be afraid of it. I got pretty big hands, so I could probably get the measurement a lot quicker than you probably can if you got smaller hands than me, or if you have normal size hands. That's fine. So I just look at it, just make sure that I do have a pretty decent symmetrical loaf. That looks pretty good to me. See if I got dead on. Almost. Yep, almost. Look at that. Didn't even try to measure that. I would like that, but I almost got it. Just gonna throw this little one up in here like this. Just go ahead and cover that baby up like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and make my buckles just a little bit smaller. You also want to lay them up, make sure that they're laid up against the bread as well. Just give that added proofing factor that you need. Okay. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go ahead and take my tea towel or my wet towel, dry my hands off because I don't want to put that wet towel on top of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fresh towel. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover them up. I'm going to let these sit covered for about 20 minutes. And I'll be right back, and then we'll go ahead and transfer them over to the baking tray. And then it's going to be about 425 degrees temperature for about 20-25 minutes. But I'll make sure that I'll get the correct time when I come right back. Alright everyone, we are back. We just proofed our French bread for another 20 minutes before putting it in the oven. I got my baking rack here for specifically just for that particular kind of bread. Let's go ahead and remove our towel here to see what we got. Oh man, they come out really nice. I like that a lot. They look really nice. Let's go ahead and get them transferred over. Do the first one first. Pick it up. and gently put it in there. Just like that. Don't play with it too long. Just let it go. It'll conform to the rack itself. Look at that. Oh man, that's nice. Just make sure that it's sitting inside the slot. There we go. All right. They look very nice, very nice. This is my first time doing them, and boy, am I impressed. I outdid myself a little bit here. What we're going to do is that I preheated my oven all to 450 degrees. We're going to bake them for 25 to 35 minutes, depending on your oven. Just go for the 25 minutes and check if they're nice and gold and the color that you want. Go ahead and take them out. Please enjoy them, because I'm going to enjoy these with a nice dinner tonight, or a few of them too. I'm going to use them for like company, serve with like hors d'oeuvres, like with a spread or something like that, or just serve it with whatever comes along. This is a great recipe. I want you guys to go ahead and try it. I will go ahead and put the instructions about the recipe online or on the video, so you guys can go ahead and follow me and enjoy it and make this delicious bread for yourself. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go ahead and take a razor blade here before I put them in the oven. I'm just going to go ahead and give 3 scores. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I like that part. Plus, what it does is that it gives it air inside, so it can go ahead and cook all the way through the inside. It's going to be 25 to 35 minutes. 25 to 30 minutes. All right. Give me one. We're going to go ahead and place these in the oven now. All right, everyone. These are my French rolls, or French baguette. Just took them out of the oven. I have let them cool down a little bit. I'm ready to dive into them. They got a really nice crunch to them, and I haven't even cut into it. But I just wanted to let you guys see the end result. First time French baguette. I know I got a little flour on them, but flour don't hurt. I can't wait to cut into one of these. Let me go ahead and cut into one so you can see. Alright, let's go ahead and cut into it. I just want to let you guys see the tenderness of it. It's pretty tender. It's got a really nice dark complexion to it. Like I said, you can use it for many things: sandwich, rolls, dinner, whatever have you. I'm going to go ahead and cut into mine. I'm going to go ahead and cut it this way. This way on the left hand, I'll cut it right down the middle. Oh, look at that. Look at that texture. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Would you look at that? Man, that is so nice. I like that. Nice and firm. Looks nice and crispy, but soft in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and cut me off a piece here. Right there. French baguette. I hope you enjoyed that recipe. It was awesome bringing it to you today. Thank you again for watching and just spending a little bit of time with me today. This is your host, Specialty Chef Cooking with Marty. Thanks again, and keep cooking.